In the vibrant town of Varanasi, a thriving center of commerce and culture, lived a wealthy merchant named Mahesh. Renowned for his wisdom and integrity, Mahesh had amassed a considerable fortune through his trading ventures, dealing in spices, silk and precious gems. His wealth and prosperity were well known, and he lived in grand mansion with his loving wife Sita and their two children, Arya and Priya. Mahesh's life seemed perfect. He had loyal customers, trusted employees, and a flourishing business. His family was happy, and he was respected in society. Mahesh's reputation was impeccable, and his words were considered as reliable as gold. People often sought his advice on various matters, and he generously shared his wisdom with all. One day, Mahesh decided to expand his business further. He planned to undertake a long journey to distant lands to explore new markets and trade opportunities. Excited about the prospects, he prepared meticulously for the voyage, ensuring he had sufficient goods, resources, and a capable crew. He also left clear instructions with his trusted manager Ramesh to handle the business in his absence. Mahesh set sail with high hopes, but fate had other plans. As his ship navigated through treacherous water, a violent storm arose. The once calm sea turned hostile, and the ship was tossed around like a toy. Despite the crew's best efforts, the vessel was wrecked, and Mahesh, along with a few of his men, found themselves stranded on a deserted island. The days turned into weeks, and the weeks into months, with no sign of rescue. Mahesh's hopes of returning to his prosperous life slowly faded. Back in Varanasi, the news of the shipwreck reached Sita and their children, who were devastated. The business suffered in his absence, and the once thriving enterprise began to decline. Ramesh, the manager, tried his best to keep the business afloat, but without Mahesh's leadership and acumen, it was an uphill battle. Competitors took advantage of the situation, and the dishonest traders cheated them. The families were depleted, and they had to move to a smaller house. The luxurious life they once knew was now a distant memory. On the island, Mahesh and his men struggled to survive. They built makeshift shelters, searched for food, and hoped for a passing ship to rescue them. Mahesh, despite the dire circumstances, remained optimistic. He kept his men motivated and devised plans for their survival. His leadership skills shone even in the face of adversity. One day, as they were exploring the island, they discovered an old abandoned shipwreck. Thought it was in disrepair. Mahesh saw a glimmer of hope. With relentless determination, he and his men worked tirelessly to salvage the wreckage and make it seaworthy. It was a daunting task, but Mahesh's resolve never wavered. After several months of hard work, their efforts paid off. The ship, though not perfect, was ready for a voyage. With renewed hope, Mahesh and his men set sail, navigating by the stars and the currents. After a long journey, they finally reached the mainland, exhausted but relieved. Mahesh made his way back to Varanasi. Upon his return, Mahesh was shocked to see the state of his business and his family's reduced circumstances. Sita and the children were overjoyed to see him, and their reunion was filled with tears and relief and happiness. Mahesh listened to Ramesh's account of what has happened in his absence. He realized that reclaiming his lost fortune and restoring his business would not be an easy task. Mahesh set to work immediately. He visited his old customers and reassured them of his return and commitment to quality. He identified the dishonest traders and cut ties with them. With the support of Sita, Arya and Priya, he began rebuilding his business step by step. Mahesh's resilience and determination inspired his employees and regained the trust of his clients. His wisdom and integrity once again became the cornerstone of his business. Slowly but surely, his fortunes began to turn around. New opportunities emerged, and Mahesh seized them with his characteristic acumen. Mahesh's experience has taught him valuable lessons. He realized the importance of contingency planning and the need for trusted allies. He also understood the value of perseverance and the strength of the human spirit in overcoming adversity. His journey from prosperity to ruin and back to success was a testament to his character and wisdom. With his business thriving once more, Mahesh did not forget those who had stood by him during the tough times. He rewarded Ramesh for his loyalty and hard work, despite the challenges. He also helped other traders who had faced similar difficulties, sharing his knowledge and resources generously. Mahesh's story became a legend in Varanasi, a tale of resilience, integrity, and the indomitable spirit of a true merchant. He rise from the depth of despair to the pinnacle of success was celebrated by all, and he continued to be a guiding light for the future generations of traders. Years passed, and the Mahesh's business empire grew even more extensive. Arya and Priya, now grown up, joined the family business, bringing fresh ideas and energy. Mahesh mentored them, imparting his wisdom and values. The business flourished under their combined efforts, and the family regained its place of prominence in Varanasi. Mahesh also established a foundation to support young entrepreneurs, providing them with mentorship and financial assistance. His experiences had made him empathetic to the struggles of others, and he was determined to help them succeed. The foundation became a beacon of hope for many aspiring traders and businessmen. As Mahesh grew older, he reflected on his journey. He was grateful for the challenges he has faced, as they had shaped him into a stronger and wiser person. His life was a living example of the Panchatantra's teachings that wisdom, integrity, and perseverance are the keys to overcome any adversity. His legacy was carried forward by Priya and Arya, who expanded the business further, entering new markets and exploring innovative avenues. They remained grounded in the values their father had installed in them, ensuring that integrity and wisdom remained at the core of their operations. The merchant's mansion, once a symbol of his prosperity, now became a center of learning and mentorship. Traders and entrepreneurs from far and wide visited to seek guidance and learn from the family's experience. Mahesh, even in his old age, continued to share his wisdom with anyone willing to listen. His tale was a reminder that success is not just about wealth and power, but about resilience, integrity, and the ability to rise after every fall. The merchant's fall and rise was celebrated as a Panchatantra story, a timeless lesson in the power of wisdom and perseverance. As Mahesh's life drew to a close, he felt a profound sense of fulfillment. He had not only rebuilt his fortune, but had also created a lasting legacy of wisdom and generosity. Surrounded by his loving family, he passed away peacefully, leaving behind a legacy that would endure for generations. Arya and Priya honored their father's memory by continuing his work and expanding the foundation. They ensured that Mahesh's value of integrity, wisdom, and resilience were passed on to future generations. The story of Mahesh the Merchant is a tale of resilience and wisdom, reflecting the timeless teachings of Panchatantra. It reminds us that no matter how dire the circumstances, with integrity and wisdom and perseverance, one can overcome any challenge and achieve greatness.
If you like this story, then subscribe to the channel for more interesting stories.